Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shannon. If you have been here before, welcome. If you haven't, welcome as well. I'm always excited to get new subscribers and I love to hear from you guys. So, if there's anything ever that you want me to do, post in the comments below. Right now I am on my laptop still. As I said in my last video, I share my camera with my niece, so I don't have it right now, so I'm using my laptop. But the lighting's not too bad, so I figured I would come on here and do a video anyway. When I get my camera back, I do plan on doing a few tutorials for you guys using some new palettes that I recently got. So my last video, you should check that video out actually. I showed some of the new products and palettes and things I got, and I do have the new ColourPop. What is that called? I know it's like Cute AF, so cute as fuck. The little palette that they released. I purchased that and it should be here soon. I really want to do a tutorial with that one. And that one I think is a really good dupe, and I've watched a lot of videos on it, on the Natasha Denona the Sunset palette, which I know people have been going crazy for. And this one was tiny, but it was like 16 bucks from ColourPop. So who can freaking beat that? Another palette that I am getting soon is a Jaclyn Hill palette. It's actually but it's in my P.O. box in the States, so I have to actually go and pick that up. So once I get that, probably Friday, I will try to film a little tutorial for you after I play around with it a bit. So anyways, I've jabbered on forever, so let's get into the video. Alright guys, so this video is going to be about 3 brands, and specifically a couple of their products that I think are just a little bit too expensive. But at the same time, YouTube made me kind of want to buy them. But yeah, I'm mainly going to be talking about brands that I think are a little bit too pricey and brands that I actually haven't purchased. So I'm going to be taking photos and I'll post some of the products specifically that I'm actually going to be talking about today. So you guys can probably guess some of them. If you watch a lot of YouTube, you see certain brands a lot that you probably have never bought yourself, or you've walked past a counter if you live in like a bigger city. I myself am from a very small area, so I never see these brands in store, and I probably never will unless I travel to some different cities, obviously. But yeah, so far I have not seen them in store, and I probably could only purchase them online, and that could be the case for you as well. But I'm going to talk about them anyway. So these are products that I have kind of watched over the years on YouTube and kind of been like, oh, I really want to try that now, because you hear so many people raving about something, it makes you really want to try it. So the first brand that I'm going to talk about is actually Natasha Denona. So Natasha Denona is fairly famous. She is a makeup artist, an international makeup artist. Her brand really has gotten popular, I'd say, in the last year or two. I've heard a lot about her on YouTube, and specifically the products that I am talking about are her eyeshadow palettes. So the first one that I really heard tell of a lot was the Star palette, and I'll put that one up here for you guys to see. And when I first seen that palette, I was just awestruck by it. I loved the freaking colors. I like the color scheme. I like the look of the shimmers. I am someone that likes metallics and shimmers. If you give me any of those shades in a palette and a good mixture of colors, I will just want to grab it up. But when I first seen this palette on YouTube, I looked it up, and when I seen the price in US, I think it's $169 plus tax. In Canada, it's over $200 plus tax. So if you're Canadian, it's like, oh my god. You're pretty much paying like a payment, like a student loan payment, or you're paying, some other type of payment. It could go towards your freaking rent. So when I seen that, I was like, oh my god, like I can't splurge that much on eyeshadow. And I kept thinking to myself, how much better can these eyeshadows actually be? Can they really be that good? So I kind of was like, I kind of thought about it a lot, and I just was like, no, I can't do it. Like, I don't think that it's feasible for me to be buying this. But then, you see people rave about it, and it's one of those products that you just want to get at least one thing from them and test it. So I know now she does have kind of the 5 shadow pans, and you can order some of them individually, but I don't think ordering them individually the shadows is worth it. It's like 25 bucks or more, almost $30, I think US, a shadow just for one pan, which I'm sorry, I don't care what you make that out of. It is not worth $30. To me, it's kind of just gouging people because, you know, you kind of are famous. But at the same time, I'm curious about our products. But I think the best route to go, you can buy like the 5 or 6 shadow pans, and I think they're around 60 bucks, which is ridiculous too. But if you really are curious like me and you want to try the shadows, that might be a way to go. Now, another palette that really caught my eye, and I almost bought it, because if you actually go on Beautylish, if you spend over $100, you can get 3 flexible payments on there. So you can do a payment plan for your makeup, which sounds ridiculous, but I have done it before. So, and this is a good way if you want to try Natasha's products to try them and not spend your whole paycheck on one item. So, the other palette, though, that really caught my eye was the Sunset palette, which I'm going to post up here. So, for anyone that likes warm eyeshadows, which seems to be uber popular right now, this palette just caught my eye. I think it caught everyone's eye, and when that released, it sold out so quickly. Now, it did come back briefly on Beautylish, but it also sold out, and the same thing on Sephora. So, people are definitely willing to pay that price tag, and I mean, you know what? You work for that money. That's completely up to you. I get it. I thought about purchasing it. I just didn't. But Natasha Denona is definitely a brand that I feel like YouTube has really pushed and really kind of made people realize and buy these products. Like, I don't think if I had have watched YouTube, I would have even heard tell of Natasha Denona. I'll be completely honest with you. That's the way that I kind of learn about new products, and that's something that I love about YouTube. But yeah, that is probably my number one of the most expensive. And by the way, the Sunset palette was a little less expensive, but it didn't have as many shadows as the Star palette. The Sunset palette, I think, is $129 US, and in Canada, it retail for $166 US, and that's plus your taxes. And if you order on Sephora, obviously, you got free shipping. Beautylish was the same. But yeah, I do like her brand. Like, I'm curious about her brand. I shouldn't say I like it because I haven't tried it. But I am curious about her brand, but to be honest, one of the reasons I've kind of laid back on purchasing is because it's so expensive. Why are you so expensive, Natasha Denona? Like, why? We all want to try your products, but we don't want to spend our whole paycheck on your products. So please, or at least something a little bit less expensive, maybe. Just for me so I can try it. Okay, guys, so another brand and a specific product that I want to talk about, oh, by the way, as well, Natasha Denona is cruelty-free, so if you're curious about that and you want a cruelty-free brand, she is. The next brand I'm going to talk about is Sisley. Now, Sisley, I think, has been around for a while. When I first heard about it, it was here on YouTube, another product, like I said, that I've heard about on YouTube. And I think the first person, how many people have I seen use this product? Jeffree Star probably was the first person that I seen really talk about this product like a ton, and then I seen other YouTubers start to use it as well. Kathleen Lights, I seen use it recently. But that product, like, I have to look this product up because I know it was close to $200 US that people paid for this product, and I could not believe it, guys. I mean, who the frig pays $200 for a freaking primer? I mean, if you can afford it, I mean, hey, you know, like, some people can afford it, which is awesome. So this is the primer. I don't know if you guys can't see my phone screen, unfortunately, but basically it's a pink, a white package with a pink top. If you've seen any YouTube videos, you've probably seen this. And it's a it's an instant and long-term primer. Sisley Primer's double moisturizing gel. So it's a gel formula. Canadian pricing is $265.84 plus taxes. Now, that to me is absolutely insane. And by the way, I'm using the Nordstrom website right now. You could go on Sisley's as well, but it's probably going to be the exact same price. But, and all of their skincare is like over $200, I believe, Canadian. Some of it runs around $180 to $200 American, but I mean, us Canadians are going to be paying close to $300 for just one product. Now, I don't care what anyone says. I do not feel like any primer is ever going to be worth that money. And to be quite honest with you, when Kathleen actually reviewed it, she kind of said that's too expensive because it is too freaking expensive. But she did say it worked and it was good. But really, guys, it's just too much for a product, I think, especially for just a primer, something to prime your face. There's so many good and expensive primers that you can buy that are on the market right now. I mean, e.l.f. Cosmetics has some good primers, and they're like $10 and under. And I'm sorry, like Smashbox are more expensive, or on the expensive side, but they're cheaper than this. Like they run around, I think 35 US, but they're about 40 something Canadian. So they're on the higher spectrum, but they have some really amazing primers that I really enjoy. I like the priming water. You can get that fairly inexpensive. Dr. Brandt has a good illuminating primer that's kind of pore minimizing as well that I like. There's just a ton. Milani has some that are good. Some of the drugstore brands, the other drugstore brands out there have good ones. So I personally don't think there is any way that this could be better. So some of the claims, just to tell you about this product, it's ultra moisturizing. It's a fresh gel, second skin, and it basically kind of lifts, gives you the lift, like plump look and priming effect, whatever that means. And I guess there is, now I will say this, most of Sisley's products, and including this primer, have some skincare benefits. So it does say it helps with long-term lifting and firming results, so firming up your skin. So that may be a reason why as well that it's on the pricier end, but I mean, I'm sorry, there's other products on the market that do that, so yeah. I just don't think Sisley is a product, like I said, the first product, and all these products, not a brand I would have really been drawn to or heard of if it wasn't for YouTube. Now, you may disagree. I do live in a small area, so the products that I see on UC could be completely different, but this is just my opinion, and I thought I'd share it with you. But definitely Sisley, for me, is too expensive. So the last brand I've seen all over YouTube a lot recently and people trying it out is Lamar. So Lamar, I will admit, I did hear tell of, I think, once before YouTube. I think I seen like an ad or something for it, and I don't even think I clicked on it, but I had no idea what the price point was on it. But recently, a lot of YouTubers have been showing Lamar in their videos. I've seen it, I think, I've seen it on so many YouTubers, I'm not even going to name them all. If you watch YouTube, you've seen Lamar on a ton of them. So Lamar is similar kind of with Sisley as far as they have skincare and makeup products. One of the big products that I have seen is the Lamar, the foundation that they have, which is I think like $119 plus tax. So once again, Canadians are probably going to be paying about $150 plus taxes. So with the exchange rate, which sucks, but I mean, that's our life. And you know, I've seen people rave about that. And again, a lot of their products that are makeup do have skincare kind of built into them, which gives you that added benefit because skincare can be really expensive. But again, is a foundation ever worth $119 US? I just, or 110 US, whatever it is. I can't, guys. I don't get it. I don't get why people spend that much money on a product, but I did look at it. I did look at it when I watched, I think it was Tati. She's linked down below, but I watched one of her videos, Glam Life Guru on YouTube if you're looking for her. But I watched her video on it, and she just talked about it and raved about it in several videos, and I was like, oh, maybe I could just splurge and get me some of this, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it, guys. And I think it is, yeah, it's a soft fluid long wear foundation, SPF 20, so it does have SPF in it. A weightless texture meets luxurious long wear, seamlessly blends soft color, healing, hydration, you know, on and on and on. There's all kinds of benefits, of course, and I'm not sure, I had to try it, but I personally think their brand is too expensive. I've heard mixed reviews on, honestly, most of the skincare. And for the most part, most people say it's not worth it. So, It is a scented line from what I have seen, which is typical in kind of the higher luxurious brands. I don't know why, but they seem to like this sounds bad, but kind of like an old person scent. Does that sound bad? I mean, I am older. I'm not old, but I'm middle-aged, so I hate that word, but you know what I'm saying. You feel me. Kind of like, this isn't a high-end brand, but that smell. Coty Airspun Loose Powder. Love it, but that is a strong scent, and it reminds me of grandma's. And I am being real with you guys. It reminds me of grandma's. But that is just me. That is just me. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap this up because I've been talking forever, and I hope you guys don't mind me talking, but that's what this video is. I want you to stay tuned because I do plan on doing, like I said, some tutorials with my new palettes, which I cannot wait, and hopefully I'll have my camera back so I can kind of get you up closer and you can actually see what I'm doing, and I'll have better lighting someday, Help a girl out, guys. Subscribe. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. Hit that bell too before you leave if you want to get notified when I am on here. Leave me a comment down below. If you don't agree with some of the stuff I said, that is completely fine. We all have different opinions. We are not all the same person, which is amazing. But I love you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and have a great day, guys. Bye!